All right, what's up, guys? Let's go ahead. Let me bring you some more energy today because I know I started to upload my member video yesterday, but I just like I ain't have no energy. People gonna be talking about how I don't have energy and why it's not nothing to do with that, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna give you some energy today. This is the Hex monthly chart. Now, I'm gonna be going backwards. I'm gonna work backwards. So we'll start with the monthly chart. And don't need this as big as that is. Maybe RSI. All right, so engulfing candle, October. Ooh. What's today? We just not seeing this. We just not seeing this engulfing candle. That's why I'm gonna start working backwards because the important stuff is in the high time frames. So we got an engulfing candle here, man. Depending on who you ask. So engulfing candle. So don't be surprised if we get a follow through here. You know, follow through, dump down to 13, which will be 10 cents. Simple as that. That's all we got on the monthly chart. We got this engulfing candle, which this month just ticked over. So yeah, drop the ball on Halloween. That's what it was, distraction. I'm going to blame it on Halloween. So I missed this one. But I mean, it's just 5 days into the month. So this is just a heads up. I'm not going to panic sell any Hex here though. What I'm looking to do is buy some. So let's go down to the weekly. So looking at the weekly, crash down, hit the 13, which is kind of what I'm wanting to see on the monthly. Right? Couldn't get, well, we did, but we couldn't hold. I mean, just this wick down really messed up our chances of continuing and really crashing down here and staying down here and closing down here was really bad as well. It would have been nice if we would have came down here and bounced up and then opened up and had a green candle and then did this. Then we would have had a chance. But being that we closed down here, you know, we're just too far down to have any, you know, to build up. It's too far down to have any build any buying support, you know, any trust. So wick down, that made it worse. And now stuck and crashed down. Now we're in between the moving averages. Now this is for me, you know, not that I trade, but if I was a trader, I would say this is a long-term no trade zone. Right here, you're just sitting and waiting for either here or here. So I'm looking for a push down to 16 or a move up to 31. But the longer we play around in here, depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you want to look at it. The longer we play around in here, the worse, because if we stay in here, that's going to get these moving averages starting to curl over and getting more and more and more bearish and more long-term bearish. So let's see on the, what's this, the weekly? Let's look at the daily. Daily, we got a little bit more going on. We're hitting the 200. We can delete these now because the time has passed. It's here. And it's basically what because I guess I drew it here, right? You know? So basically did exactly what I said, which was pull back to the 200. You know, it doesn't happen like you think it's going to happen where it's going to, oh shit. No, it's going to go there and then you're going to look up and be like, oh damn, the 200's right there. So it's right on top of the 200. I was looking for a little bit lower. I guess I was on the small time frames. I should have been on the higher time frames. We'll see. So now what I'm looking for is, what's the date? Let me delete this. Delete this. So the bullish divergence is still cooking. It's starting to look ripe though. Like this is It never got oversold. And this is a daily chart. So, yeah. Might be getting ready to head up to the north for a move up to, or attempt to have a move up here to this 13. And that would be fucking epic. Now let's look back and see, has that ever happened? Hasn't happened in this run. So this is the first one. Now this does happen. It's rare, but it does happen where the price goes in between the moving averages for the first time. This is the first time in this run. This is the first time we've come in between the moving averages and kind of been there. I mean, it's happened that we poked since Big Payday. I mean, they basically did it on Big Payday, because if this was a move, it would have been something like this. This 13 would have been something like this right here. Well, 34. So that's, what we could be seeing. That's actually what I would probably expect. I just don't expect this to go into, I mean, it could trend down to 5 or a penny. It could, but that would be it could. I mean, it's going to depend on how Pulse Chain is. Pulse Chain, what I heard, it has 300 nodes. And that's more than a lot of these other chains. Maybe we should look. All right, let's finish this real quick. So yeah, this is looking a little bit bullish, looking like it wants to reverse and head up to this resistance. It's got to break this which is pretty much the 13. If it breaks above this 13, I'm still going to be like, well, it's got to get above the 34 now. And then after that, I'm going to say, well, it's got to do a bullish cross. So I wouldn't expect anything, like I said back here, I wouldn't expect it to go straight up there. I expect it to, gradually do something like that. I don't expect it to go, down in here. It might come in between the moving averages. That's what I'm kind of hoping for because it can go in between. It hasn't in a while. Let's see. Yeah, it hasn't done that since Big Payday. So maybe we get one last and then that's like, it feels like it's completely over. We wick down to like 10 cents. That's what I'm kind of waiting for, but I guess that's greedy and it might not come. But like I just said, I think it will probably do something like this, even one of these numbers, so that's what I want to see. Actually, I don't want to, even if we go up here the rest of this year, just chill out. So Pulse Chain is coming soon. I hear I heard a developer say that it's can be here as early as this month. Pretty much, that's what he said. It's possible. He said it's possible. Didn't say expect that. But yeah, it's like he has a lot of stuff that I could tell he has a lot that he's holding in, and I'm like, damn. He seems excited, so if he seems excited, I'm excited. But yeah, it's gonna depend on. Hex goes down here and stays down here. If Pulse Chain comes out and it's not accepted, people try to gatekeep it, play that game again. I don't think so. It's really, I'm looking around. I'm like, man, I can't think of any perfect balance of risk reward. That's what it is. Hex to me is that perfect balance because it's gonna do at least, I feel like Hex is gonna at least do well and do better than Bitcoin. Ethereum, You know, now I'm starting to I'm starting to wonder like in 15 years or the next because I'm doing like basically three. I'm doing 15-year stakes, but my longer short term stakes are starting to be like 3 years. Well, no, 2 years. So yeah, I don't know. I just can't think of anything better to buy. Maybe Post Doge. I bought some Post Doge. Post Doge. Post Doge is looking good yesterday. I even bought some. It might have been here. I was like, man, it looks good. Woke up, nope. Now I don't have anything. I gotta go get some. I gotta go collect some dibs. I want to buy some more. What's a nud? Let me get a nud. Bondly. That's damn.